Shalom Lachem, Shalom. I'm Messianic Rabbi, Porat, and welcome to Treasures in the Hebraic Roots. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about the purpose of creation. What is the purpose of creation? Let's turn our Bibles to the book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 16. For in him all things were created, things in heaven, on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers, rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. That's very important to realize if we want to know the purpose of creation. Everything was created through him and for him. God created the world in order to dwell with man. But what does it mean through him and for him? Because God's purpose is for his son, Yeshua, to dwell with his bride. So the purpose of creation is Messiah dwelling with his bride. And if we look at the book of Genesis, right in the beginning we already see this master plan of God when we examine the Hebrew text. So let's read Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now let's have a look at the Hebrew text. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. We can look here on the screen. I have a picture of the Hebrew text and the English text. On the Hebrew text, you'll notice that the first letter, the bet, which represents the word house in Israel, is enlarged. Now, it's not enlarged in every single Bible that you'll find, every translation, but in the original scroll, on a Torah scroll, in some translations, you'll notice that bet, the first letter is not just capitalized, but it's enlarged. And the reason it's enlarged is that in Hebrew is also an ideographic language, and one of the ideographic meanings of the letter bet is the letter house. This will confirm Colossians chapter 1, verse 16, that God created the world for everything to be made through him and for him, for God to dwell with his bride. So we see here that the bet is enlarged in the first letter in the Bible, the first letter, the word Bereshit, in the beginning. Now the word Bereshit means in the beginning. That is a correct translation. But it also means in Hebrew, covenant. So God created the world in order for his son, Yeshua, to have a bride in covenant. Now if we take the first letter, which is a bet, and we said it means house, we take the second letter in Hebrew, we see that it's a resh, and it means, we put them together, bet and resh, as we can see here on the screen, it means son. So God created the world in order to have a house with man through his son, Yeshua, in covenant, because Bereshit also means in the beginning, but it also means in covenant. So right there, in the first word in the Bible, we already have God's master plan. Why did God create the world? What is the purpose of creation? The purpose of creation is for God to dwell with his bride. Everything was made through him and for him. I pray that this teaching has blessed you as it has blessed me. And may we continue to work together as the one new man, Ephesians 2:15. Work the harvest, bring in that last harvest, bring the gospel back to Jerusalem, and go home. Until next time, I'm Messianic Rabbi, Porat, sending you blessings from Israel, B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach, in the mighty name of Yeshua the Messiah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Shalom.